That's it.
Nice.
That was the special opening for all of you who actually stayed through the opening. Hopefully you enjoyed it.
The EP opening.
Yeah, the deep cuts opening. The deep cuts.
So good evening, everybody. This is season 2, episode 40 of the Game Will Play Us Out podcast. And on tonight's show, it's WrestleMania. Is that a ding I hear? And wait, Lard's actually happy about microtransaction news? What's going on here then? All that and a lot more in tonight's show. Because I am Lardteamaker, aka Will McKellar, and joining me, as always, the one with the camera tonight, it's James Atkinson.
You're always stuck seeing my face. I don't apologize for this.
Hey, it's what holds the internet together. And also joining us, as always, the man, the myth, the legend that is Hurgleman.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
So you all good? You had a good week?
Yeah, good week. Tomorrow's my last day at my current job before I move jobs. So
which is a bonus.
Which is a good thing, which is very nice. And I did some work on the show in the background. So as you can see, there was that. But there was also some work done on the actual follows and tests and everything too. That we happened to, the music that we used to use. So what I'm going to do here is what I always do, is when we fix something like this, I'm going to show everybody the new alert system and the new alert sounds.
Ooh.
Because we've got some new alert stuff, so we're gonna slowly go through them as we do it. So first, most of you has already seen the host.
Yes.
With Comrade Kitten. Now it's only audio I've changed. I have not done anything to the images; those have stayed the same. Now the follow is a good old favorite. I'm sure we all remember that. I do. I very much remember that. The subscription. Because you know what you did. And we appreciate it. I don't know, did I do anything for donation? I did. I kind of went nuts. I didn't change bits. Did I change raids? No. Alright, yeah, but those were basically it. Those are the ones I did. I don't think I did anything else. Nope. Nothing for raids. I did do ones for bits. It's the Inception noise.
Nice.
So, yeah, those are kind of the background stuff that we've done to make things more interesting for y'all.
To make you guys look and go, actually, they might do overlays in that next. You'd never know.
Well, we had overlays, but the system that we had that had the overlays didn't let me edit in between scenes. So my plan is to eventually find out how to get those overlays get downloaded to my computer and then grab those overlays and move them over into OBS. But that's technical stuff that you guys don't need to be worried too much about.
And then I'll nick them for the PC stuff I do on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Blatantly.
We've also been trying really hard at working our audio quality so that you don't hear like my mic coming in too loud and crackling, nor the other guys' mics as well. So we've been working on that mainly for everything.
And of course, so you don't hear things like this when we should get more crystal clarity.
Yeah, no, you totally just maxed out and just ruined everything. I'm
Exactly.
actually paying attention. GG. Game over, man.
Game over.
So
Speaking of stuff tonight, we got news. We got the trophy challenge. We got what we've been playing. We got maybe shout outs. And that's about it. Maybe some more banters.
The draft?
What you were going to say, James?
The draft?
Oh, yes, the draft.
God,
the draft is the most important part.
It's become the glue that holds.
When do you want to do the draft?
We do it after the news. That's how we
Well, I
normally
guess
do
better
it.
start.
We do.
I bet.
Yeah, it's opening, ramble, news, draft, what we've been playing, ramble, maybe a rant, shout out, end of show. that then continues on for 30 minutes because we can't normally end the show because people have started us on something else.
Yeah, the post show ramble.
Can I also say, Chris, that I just noticed something that the Discord that you have set up for D&D is its letters are KAFE, and I just immediately thought of Kafifi, and it made me laugh a little inside.
Oh, good.
I know it was unintentional, but I'd like to think it was totally intentional.
I mean, it was intentional to call it the cafe.
Yeah, I know it was intentional to go at the cafe, but I read it as Kafifi. What does it mean? It means cafe. Oh, it's so
Is it
enlightening.
Apparently the draft has replaced Corby Town for Michael.
There was Football Manager played this week.
Oh, really? Is that more setting up then, which we'll hear in a bit?
Kind of, yeah. Maybe I just played Football Manager for half a season.
No. Fair enough, because you lose track of time with that, don't you?
Yeah, it's things were being uploaded to YouTube, which means I couldn't stream a game. So I decided to do other stuff. And that's what I did. That's what I was able to do, I should say.
You could have your computer would sit there going, no, it's too much. I can't do it. No, you gotta wait. Bandwidth.
Yeah, so so you use bandwidth but no CPU power, so that's what I did.
Play games, which is what we're all about. And right, the first bit of news I've come across today, and it's all positive today. It's unbelievable. September is a loaded month for games. September is going to be a loaded month for me, and hopefully for you guys too, which we'll get to later on, down the line. So there's 3 big September games coming out: Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Spider-Man, and the Spyro trilogy remastered. They finally stopped the trolling almost, the little teasers, the previews going, oh, this could be fake. Is it not? No, oh, it's not fake. And there's you go, oh wait, hang on, it's not fake. Brilliant. So that's coming out on September 7th, which I might get, even though it's essentially a kid's game, because I never fully played it when I was younger. Don't know about you guys.
No, it for me it was actually a little bit too difficult, as like for the age that I needed to be. Like Banjo-Kazooie was more my speed, or Donkey Kong Country, for the N64. Those were my childhood platforming games.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you are younger than myself, so because the PS1 sort of came out when I was hitting 16, 17. So it's kind of it was in the sort of range that I was looking at a lot of games and maturing as a gamer.
Not so much.
Yeah. But you were young, so
I had the 64. That was my thing. The 64 was my jam back in the day.
yeah.
I was PC from the very beginning.
And we never had a strong enough PC. That was the thing. Like my dad had tried, and he was doing a lot through work with it, like getting computers, but he never quite understood PC gaming. And he was more than happy. I really hit my stride as a gamer in the PlayStation 2 era. That's when I was it.
The second golden age of gaming, in my opinion.
Yeah, and the whole reason we got a PlayStation 2 is I convinced my dad that I wanted both a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2, and he could also get a DVD player at the same time, an all-in-one system.
Yeah.
So we got it for Christmas. We got Gran Turismo A Aspect, and my dad bought me just a random game which happened to be called Metal Gear Solid 2, because it had the words tactical espionage and action in it, and he understood those because he was a Tom Clancy reader at the time. So those words he could resonate with. But he didn't buy a memory card.
Oh no.
I got really good at the tanker version of Metal Gear Solid 2. And then I actually bought a PlayStation 1 memory card before a PlayStation 2 memory card. I beat Legend of Dragoon on that.
And then you went, oh, it's PlayStation 1.
I
Oh.
still have my PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I have mine as well.
It still
It's
works.
it's sitting next to my Xbox One, and it does still work.
Just stares at you going on, I remember the day when I played the video games.
Oh, so do you remember that 13? Do you remember game 13? You still
Yeah,
have a controller that works now. No, you bought it.
you're all a bunch of twats.
You youngers getting all the playtime.
Yes.
Shakes your fist at him.
Yeah, because obviously they're,
It's a great console, that.
yeah, oh yeah,
Great.
absolutely a great console. 10 out of 10, best console. Or one of the best consoles, I should say.
By hook or crook, I managed to get them one on launch week. It would have been launch day, but it was like the month I started working for, a well-known electrical retail company at the time. Because I wasn't working long enough. It kicked me back on a credit agreement where I could have just paid it off over like 2 months.
Right.
So we had to do a crafty, and my mate went, "Well, I'll buy it on the same thing, and then you can pay me back." Yeah, and then we did. So that's how I got a PS2, and it was awesome. We got Time Splitters with it. What
Such
a great
good game.
that was!
Such a good game.
Hurry up that remake! Please hurry up that remake coming out. We need it.
It'll never happen. Sad to say, it'll never happen.
Are you calling it Half-Life 3?
No, Half-Life 3 will come out. I will be dead and buried by the time it does.
Well, now that Valve are going back to making games.
It'll eventually come out. When Gabe knows when the time is right for Gordon Freeman to return, he will. See, Gordon Freeman is like video game Jesus. When he's needed, he will come back to save us from ourselves.
He has like a little crowbar bat symbol. He
It's
just
gonna,
put on
like,
a searchlight.
the Half-Life 3 thing is going to be him standing atop of like the dead corpse of both the fourth knight and a PUBG player, just holding the crowbar up. I have returned for good first person games. Though I can kind of see that, like, I almost want to say that, like, as much as I hate it,
Yeah.
it may be a VR game. Like, I could see them trying to push the technology forward and wait for, like, kind of like the next step, because I know graphics cards have kind of peaked right now because a lot of them are being used towards cryptocurrency mining and not actual GPU power towards graphics.
Yeah, because Edward had trouble finding a graphics card until this week. Until like I think it was like yesterday, he said he bought one, and he got it at a decent price, very decent price. But considering the bloody hikes, the price hikes they've taken because of the cryptocurrency,
Mm-hmm.
which if I had a chance to do it to get some money, I would definitely do it. But for the moment, buggers, it's
It's not worth it.
I think it's almost time for them to actually go on E3 this year about new graphics cards coming out, I think. But yeah, Spider-Man, that looks intriguing.
Doesn't do anything for me.
No?
No.
How about yourself, Chris?
I need this one juggernaut to fucking not take my career.
So I think that's not interesting as well. What about Tomb Raider?
Which one?
Is it Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is the new one that will be coming out in September?
There's the third one.
There is a third one to complete the story, the origin story. Which, to be fair, the first two in a reboot, I actually really enjoyed.
No, they were really good.
So if it keeps along those lines, with tops, and then so the other bit of news, right, and this is one of those Lard, you're actually happy about a microtransaction story. What's going on here then? And yes, I am, because Warner Brothers, in a move that Jim Sterling said was a little bit too late to do, are removing the microtransactions from Shadow of. they are completely going in a series of free updates because they actually stopped it and went, hang on, this is actually ruining the Nemesis system. So from I think it's what, June, July 17th, they are gone. They are out of there. So I'll be looking at going, I'll buy that now. Even though I was looking at buying it after I eventually got back around to doing Shadow of Mordor, but to me, that's a step in the right direction. How about you? Do you think it's a good idea that they've actually done this in
I
a
mean, it
complete
did.
reversal?
All I can say is that I played that game for
Mm-hmm.
a while. I never ran into an issue where I was needed to buy orcs. It's kind of the same feeling I have right now with Far Cry, is where I haven't had the need to buy any of the prestige, because they're all skins
Yeah.
for weapons, and all of them also have a monetary thing. And I'm at the point now with Far Cry where money is ridiculously easy to come by. Like,
Yeah. So you ask why are the microtransactions even talked about for Far Cry? They're
yeah,
not necessary, aren't they?
they're not. They're far from necessary. I mean, they're in there, but the thing is that as somebody who's been playing the game and somebody who would have never used them, they're not on a level that I would consider to be eh. So
Yeah.
they don't bother me, and the game is a completely enjoyable experience. Of course, my guy is wearing the American flag do rag with aviator sunglasses, the white tank top with the badass written on it, and beat up jeans. So of course, I absolutely fit into Montana. They I think which was it, Ubisoft Montreal that did this game?
I'm not sure
Uh,
what studio did because I
One
know they seem to be sort of melding the engines between Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed, and Far Cry
we're about to find
because
out.
it looks like it's almost like a cookie cutter in a way again.
It was Ubisoft Montreal and Toronto. So
Ah,
obviously, because it was Ubisoft Montreal and Toronto, it is American stereotype the game. Because I can tell you, some of the people I will say, it's
mm,
very good and very diverse. Because I have mowed down cultists that are black, white, Asian, male, female, maybe a mixed transgender mix. I couldn't tell because they're all hairy messes. So like they're very indiscriminate with the not the nameless PCs that I murdered down, as you very much saw.
yeah,
To Disco Inferno, no, nonetheless.
everyone seemed to happy to. Um, so yeah, so happy that they're doing that. They removed something that shouldn't have been there in the first place,
Right.
and that's news for me. Have you guys got any news?
Not really. It's Far Cry 5 is fun. I got my first win in Fortnite.
Yes, yes.
Ooh. Yeah, that was the thing. It was a four-man squad, but it was total like team call-outs.
So you are working as a team. You are talking to them then.
I got one kill. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's one of my buddies who streams Krunkenstein. He was playing with a
Yeah,
bunch of his buddies who are like all hardcore PUBG players, and
right.
PUBG servers were down. So like, we'll play Fortnite, and I was like, I'll try, and I did. Yeah. By the way, we also did we did one of the four endings of Far Cry.
Oh, is that the one right at the start where
We just
you
didn't arrest. We didn't
yeah.
arrest him. We just walked away. We did the Mad Max, the just walk away. It is an ending, and once again, it's something that I really like in video games, like Prey and that kind of stuff, where you can just walk away.
Far Cry 4.
Yeah. If you wait 10 minutes, he comes back and he lets you spread his mom's at your mom's asses, and that's it. Game's over.
Yes, I love.
It's anticlimactic, but it's like it's what a normal person would do.
Yeah.
Which leads me to lead. Are you a normal person in those games? Are you a or you are like psychotic, because you are making weird decisions, and I think that's what Far Cry 3 did the best. Is like really made your character question his own sanity, and the main villain made you question your own sanity.
He was a great villain.
He was a good villain. I don't know where John Seed is or Joseph Seed is right now. I'm still kind of out on him. He is kind of creepy. Also, I can't really take a villain too seriously that has a man bun.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
He's got a man bun and like yellow tint aviator sunglasses.
Well, considering you're talking about Far Cry 5, do you want to start off with what you've been playing and
Do
do?
the draft. Next is draft.
Okay, we'll do the draft.
It's draft time. It's totally draft time. Do you guys want us to do the draft, or do you just want us to tell you what we've been playing? We'll wait for chat to let us know.
Yes.
We'll do it the easier way. Chat will let us know what they want us to do.
So,
Also, Michael Patterson, I really like your idea for like the next one.
yes.
I think we're gonna use that as the next the weekly royale.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to write that one in and put it on the
How does
Discord.
this always happen? Like I checked earlier today, and it's 3-3.
Michael wants to draft.
Then all of a sudden, it turns into 5-2 at the end of this. Like, how does I swear to God, Will, you're campaign in the meantime. That's what it has
I
to
honestly
happen.
don't. I don't. That's
We were tied the entire week, and I was going to be gracious and let you go first. But now I have to let you go first because I'm in second, which is not last.
But wasn't
That
it
was
the person
me.
who goes last still goes first?
Yeah. So last goes first.
Mm-hmm.
So we obviously, Will, since this was your idea, you need to let us know what our royale is this week.
Okay, so because it's WrestleMania weekend, currently the Hall of Fame is getting ready to start in about 20 odd minutes. I decided to do something to have a Survivor Series 4-person team. Now, the rule was it can be from the 80s up until like 2009 in terms of video games. You can't have one person from the franchise in your team, but they have to be all of the same gender. So if you wanted to do an all-female team, go right ahead. All male, go right ahead, because it can't be intergender. And that was the draft. So, Chris, what's your first pick, matey?
I'm going to open up a real strong today, and I'm going to say the Prince of all Cosmos, Katamari Damacy.
Ooh, nice.
Interesting pick. Now, is that because he can just suck up everything with his little ball?
Pretty much.
But if he goes out of the ring, he times out.
That's fine. The ball can go out of the ring. It's his chair.
Yes, it's forward object. So then, James.
All right. I'm gonna start off now. I'm gonna let everybody know. I with this draft decided to put even more restrictions on myself because I wanted to. So my restrictions were these are all feasible people. Like these are all actual people who could be in a WrestleMania match. They're not extraordinary or superhuman beyond their normal abilities. So they're reasonable people. They're also all from beat 'em up games, beat 'em up style of games. So they all are kind of wrestlers or fighters in their sense too. And I tried to choose 3 out of my 4 from the different eras. So I'm gonna go with the one that I'm afraid will get picked the quickest. And I'm gonna choose from the 2000s, Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza.
Nice. That's a great pick.
And there's a overarching theme for my team too.
That's a great pick.
So obviously, can fight, can wrestle, has the attitude, and the attitude for a WrestleMania. They got kind of like dry, kind of straight edge, kind of I'm just a super badass. You know,
And he could possibly cut a promo as a team captain,
absolutely.
which is what you need for the start of it.
Mm-hmm. He's got the charisma to do it too, and he's also got the the Yakuza. So he has a great storyline leading into being a professional wrestler. former Yakuza man cleaning up his act, fighting to keep orphanage. Is he a heel? Is he a toe? Do we really know?
Because that's the thing. That's one of the most successful things about wrestling these days is tweenies.
Yeah.
Not the ones that are at the edge seem to be much more successful these days.
So, all right. So that's my first pick is Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza.
Nice, right? Well, mine for the Lard's team makers. Yeah, you see that? that's the team name for it. I'm going to go with someone who could be a wrestler and probably was in his time. Mayor Hagar from Streets of Rage.
Okay.
Because if he needs a foreign object, he has bins. He has bats in these bins. You can pick up probably a fire hydrant if there's a falls count anywhere match, You see? So that's my first pick. And then because we do the switcheroo and go back the opposite way, my second pick is Dragon Ninja from Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. Martial artist could be good with could be good in the fight if you need to mix styles up. Because if you have your power, then you have your speed and finesse. So yes, that's my second pick. So James, what's your second pick, mate?
Okay. I'm going to go a deep cut here. This is a very, very deep cut. I'm choosing John McClane from the Die Hard arcade game.
Wow.
So former Yakuza member, now former cop, bad edge, bad attitude, kicks the shit out of terrorists, knows his way around hand fights, but also can take a fucking beating. Like, the man is a champ at just getting his ass handed to him the entire time.
And he has a catchphrase.
And once again, so now we got the ex-cop, we got the ex-Yakuza working together on a team. Once again, I'm building, and once again, can also cut a promo. Because Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
Also has sidekicks, too. And villains. Already built in. Samuel L. Jackson. Is it Samuel L. Jackson?
Yep.
I think it's Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson as his, walk-in, support ringmate. Right?
He's the manager of John McClane.
Yeah, of course he's Samuel L. Jackson's the manager of John McClane. Why wouldn't he be?
Well, you see, normally though, that a real good manager is the mouthpiece, which does John McClane really need? But
it's Samuel L. Can you imagine him sitting down next to Joe Rogan in that with that mic, and you have Samuel L. Jackson commenting about how awesome John McClane is?
Yeah.
You're telling me that there isn't a better mouthpiece than Samuel L. Jackson?
Yeah, because he could belittle his opponents, John McClane go, "Are you a stupid motherfucker?"
Exactly.
Which wouldn't be out of place in ECW. So I like it. Chris, what's your second pick, right?
Kirby.
A big ball of violence. I like it. And your third pick?
My third pick was a real tricky one. But I'm going to have to go with Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank.
That's a pretty solid pick. Once again, if we're talking, he's got Ratchet and Clank. He's got Clank. Once again, the manager.
Mm-hmm. He can, he uses weapons, so he's versatile in a hardcore match, and he can fly as well. So if he needs that speed, he needs to get up into the air, fly off the turnbuckles. Pretty good pick. Nice, like it. What's your third pick, James?
My third pick.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestler already. great. Birthplace American, Manhattan, is a professional wrestler. From Final Fight, Mike Hager. Does anybody know who Mike Hager is?
He's not Mayor Hagar, is he?
No, he's Mike Hager. So if anybody remembers the old Final Fight games, he's the really overly muscular guy with no shirt and the green pants. You've all seen him. He's been in every video game promo ever. Michael Duncan Hager. He's from Final Fight, also from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. If we're going there too. But everybody Google him right now. If I need to, I will put his picture on here too.
Can you put his picture and Mayor Hagar's one up? Because that sounds a bit familiar.
So, Mike Hager. Once again, he's from Final Fight. That's Mike Hager.
Yeah, that's him from Streets of Rage.
That's not him from Streets of Rage. He's from Final Fight. Specifically Final Fight.
Unless I screwed up.
What's the guy's name?
Mayor Hagar.
How you spell?
Have I screwed up? Same spelling. Have I screwed up here? If that's the case, then
Yeah, he's not
Still
Streets
got
of
the
Rage.
guy.
He's not Streets of Rage. Yeah,
I screwed up in the game then. But that was the character I was going for.
that was the character you were going for?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Final Fight was the game.
Yeah, Final Fight was the game.
Final Fight. See? Final Fight. That's him right there. And it's Mike Hager. So you can see my problem with it is that obviously I chose the right character and the right game and the right name. Now, that being said, I am nothing but graceful.
Yeah.
So I am also going to let you have him. Right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And instead, I will also go to a game that you chose, but a
Right.
different character. I'm going
Okay.
with Stryker from Bad Dudes.
Oh, nice.
He's one of the playable characters. I think he's the other one. I don't know who. I know it's Bad Dudes versus Ninja, but this is one of the original. This is from Bad Dudes, Bad Dudes. And it's
Yes.
Stryker. He's the blonde. So once again, ex-cop, ex-Yakuza, and another badass enough dude to save the president. Right? Because he is a bad enough dude to save the president. So, once again, story building, ex-cop, president, third-party president saver, Yakuza member, building up. We got quick, we got nimble, we got a guy who can get the shit kicked out of him. All there, all ready to go. That's where we're going. I know I've got one more pick after this, but I'll pick after Will.
Mm-hmm. Well, my pick could be a team leader. He's good at close quarters combat. So if he needs to get into the thick of it in a match, like a rumble, for example, he could do some serious damage. And so as a leader, he's had many spin-offs as well. He is Big Boss from Metal Gear.
I can see CQC.
Yeah. So I think he's also there. That sort of, he isn't really an aerial specialist like Dragon Ninja would be, but he can he's almost on the same par as Hagar is. So we've got the two power men right there. But then if you wanted to round it out with a supreme power man that could be up there with Goldberg or a Brock Lesnar. But he doesn't throw people around, he just punches them when he runs out of guns. And my final pick is the Doom Guy.
I guess it's not a Tigwhippies thing unless Doom Guy gets put in.
Exactly. But he's my final pick. He's the one that if it comes to like the go home show before the Survivor Series or WrestleMania, three of them still need to pick a teammate. They're getting picked on by the other team. The beatdown's happening, and all you hear is music comes out, and he comes in to the save and just clears house. He'd be the perfect one. He's the one they leave out towards the end of it for the huge pop. And that's my fault for the team makers. So, James, what's your final pick?
Well, mine's is pretty. I would say out of all of them, I think this is probably the lamest. Mainly because I had to now go out of my beat 'em up genre to get him. But once again, it's fitting with the team,
Right.
right? So who do we have? We have an XQ's member, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strong, probably strong. We have John McClane, ex-cop,
Yeah.
right? So we're getting someplace. And then we have Stryker, bad dude to save the president.
Yeah.
So who's the final character? He's the one that's going to keep this ragtag team together. Actually, he is from a beat 'em up now that I think about it. He's Master Splinter from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's the wise
He brings
one.
experience.
He brings the experience. He brings the age. He can also be totally underestimated. Totally, like nobody expects him to do anything. Then all of a sudden, crazy half rat guy just comes and beats the shit out of you.
He has that speed, doesn't he? Just goes.
Just that's it. That's it. So and see, he's my house cleaner. Everybody's beaten. Everybody's tired at this point. They all have the shit kicked out of them. He gets tagged in as the final member.
Yeah.
He's diminutive. Nice. He's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
He's the silent one. He's basically my Kane. He stands at the side of the ring, quiet, stoic, never talking. And then he comes in, underestimated, and kicks the shit out of everybody else.
Nice. That's actually a very strong team. I like that team. And then finally, Chris, what is your pick for your ultimate
Well, my
slicer?
final pick is the Ender, the one who can defeat all. And that is Final Fantasy VI's Sabin. Because the rest of my team is a nice little composition. We've got Kirby, the face, the cute, adorable one. Everyone loves him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some power behind him. We've got our Ratchet, who's got the speed. We've got good old-fashioned Prince of all Cosmos, who's got the control. And then we have Sabin with the power. Powerful enough to motherfucking suplex a train.
Truth. The man can suplex a train. So.
That's good, strong picks. So now it's up to you guys. It's now up to you guys in the chat. It's up to you guys listening in on the podcast. It's up to you guys watching back on a video on demand. Whose team do you prefer? And it's very simple. You go into our Discord, you go into the Weekly Royale, you can vote.
Yeah, absolutely. And you get to choose which one of our names you get to choose. So obviously, there's Will's team, who has
Hagar, Dragon Ninja, Big Boss, and the Doom Guy.
The Doom Guy. Chris's team.
That's it. That's just my team. I don't have a name for him.
I'm asking who's in it.
It was Kirby.
I saw you lose that team fight. I saw that. I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's why I was. It was Kirby, Prince of all Cosmos from Katamari Damacy. We had Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, and we had Sabin from Final Fantasy VI.
Yep. And then you had my final team, who, let's be honest, they're kind of the mixed team. They're neither heel nor foot. They're in the middle. You have Stryker from Bad Dudes, Splinter from TMNT, Kazuya Kiryu from Yakuza, and John McClane from Die Hard the arcade game. So there you go.
Did you have alternates? In case.
I had to dip into my alternates.
Yep.
See, I had both Stryker and the other guy from the main characters from Bad Dudes, so I had both of them.
Nice.
So I had that. I had Hager, but obviously I didn't get to get him because you had him.
Yeah.
Kazuma, there was no kind of off pick for, but I didn't think anybody would go with him because he's a sneaky pick, and I don't think any of you was going to pick John McClane from Die Hard. I was like 100% certain that I was going to get John McClane.
It was kind of like one of those ones where you hear after and you go, oh yeah, actually that would work. Yeah, fair enough.
So the big thing once again is I tried to choose a team that would like make sense in the sense of like chemistry, in like the sense of like acting, in like backstories intertwining into like how they became a team, like the managers that they could bring in, like how the commentary would go, and then like also how the lineup would actually wrestle in a match. Like I kind of thought like these guys would work together. There's a good story kind of like how they would all work together. They're all about kind of like ex people trying to save something. Kazuya protecting an orphanage and trying to save the little kids. John McClane trying to save his family. Splinter trying to save his Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and teach them to do well. And then obviously Stryker trying to save the president. Like all guys who have a common purpose, a common goal that could be united together and actually do that with, you know, obviously Samuel L. Jackson screaming the entire time. And also great advertisement pieces too, because you know they would all be up inside Pizza Hut's grill doing Pizza Hut ads with the TMNTs. And also multicultural too. Kazuma, obviously being Japanese, has the Japanese market too, which obviously has a strong wrestling presence as well. So we're an international team as well. Splinter also being, I'm going to say Chinese, I think Splinter is. But also, once again, we're trying
he's
to...
New York.
He's New York, but remember, he's also got, obviously, a racially and sensitively bad accent that make him sound Asian.
Michael's picks were just mercenaries.
Yeah, no, like, once again, I tried to build the team and build a story. Obviously, Hager was
what
just...
he got to do.
Yeah, so Hager was also like kind of like he's from Manhattan, but he's also like his backstory is he's from like Britain, that like migrated to New York, so that was going to be the European angle.
Yeah.
So like once again, multicultural, multinational, being able to draw in larger audiences, like that was kind of my thought.
See, my sort of thought was it was more going for like the wild card team from '95 Survivor Series. It's more sort of you had the basis of it. There was either had all heels or nearly all heels, but there were faces in there, and then the opposite way around. There was kind of what would happen if a team was made up like that. And so, yeah, you've got Hagar who's down the line, but very, very violent to take care of business when it needs to. You've got Dragon Ninja who's the heel. You got Big Boss who's the tweenie. So you don't know whether he's a heel or face. Depends on how the situation goes. And then you've got the straight face, but he's a no-nonsense face. He's Doom Guy. And then you had the two alternates, which was Zangief from Street Fighter 2, who
Zangief
is a
was
wrestler.
An alternate for me.
Yeah. And then you got Danny from Body Blows, who was just like a Street Fighter. So again, he could use his fists. So he could probably get down and wrestle if he needed to. Did you have any alternates, Chris?
They're setting up for a team fight.
No, let's...
I almost want to shoutcast this, but I have no idea. I don't have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Shoutcast as poorly as you can. It's amazing.
The guy's gonna do the thing, and now Chris is just bailing on his team as two of them go down. That was not a good trade. Now the Thing Twos are attacking the tower, and oh boy, that's a dive. I don't know how that's gonna go because I'm totally blocking what's happening in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. You know, it's going bad. They should not be that deep.
Really bad.
They should not be that deep into your base.
So
there's zero consequences. We can't do anything either.
Yeah. So once again, I went with marketability. Like I went like, okay, not only can I do this for this match, but these guys can be marketable going forward.
Nice. Looking long term for the business.
Absolutely,
I like
that
it.
was the business model, man. Like they're good, they're gettable. They're not so high profile that like you know how much money you're gonna have to get Doom Guy on a contract with, right?
You're gonna have to get Ted Turner bucks here.
Right? You know how much Kazuya Kiryu is gonna be? He's probably gonna be my most expensive guy. And you want to know what? He is gonna. You know what's the best part about Kazuma compared
If you
to
pay the money
everything
to the
else?
orphanage, you'd probably do it for free.
Well, no, not only that. The Make-A-Wish kids. What is Kazuma going to be like with the
Ah,
Make-A-Wish kids? He's going to be phenomenal. You tell him that like a kid who has a terminal illness wants to see him. You think he's not going to break out of his way to go and see that kid to like give him the best time in the world and then dedicate his match to them and then go out and wrestle his heart out?
the
Because
John Cena of the team.
Well, the problem is that I have Kirby, so I'm just gonna eat everyone and take all of their abilities. He'll just take the whole enemy team and just jump out of the ring himself. Done.
but you can only wrestle one at a time.
He just spits them out. He gets a little distance when he spits them.
But you can't keep all the abilities either, right? Because you can only have one ability at a time as Kirby.
That's fine.
He'll just pick and choose as he goes just through the match because
Yeah.
once one person's eliminated, he just moves on to the next one.
Right.
Changes
Well,
around to fit.
the other thing is that if he winds up a punch for a long time, ain't nobody gonna be still in that ring. They're gonna go flying. Not to mention, suplex a fucking train.
Which will help
Not just
big time when you do the big moves.
not just suplexes a train, but flies up like 20 times his height into the air and then smashes it onto the ground.
Because you got to have a finisher.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big showstopper.
Yeah, well, I would say if anybody, for me, Splinter has the finisher, but Kazuma, that entire game is about finishers. Like, that's all it is. It's like just leveling him up to get more asser finishers. Also, we should probably talk about Mike's team because he actually did select a team. So, obviously, Michael Patterson's WrestleMania team is Wolf Hawkfield for Virtual Fighter 2, Mike Tyson for Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. By the way, definitely a heel, dirty fighter, probably bite your guy's ear off.
Yep.
Jack Krauser from Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube, and Hitmonchan. Once again, box. I think you went with a really good boxing team. Like this is, if anything, this is like more of a this is more of like an MMA team because a lot of these guys are like stand up strikers versus like actual wrestlers.
Yeah, that's how good would they be with their feet? That's the question.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like like obviously, like if it's just a strand of like they keep it on a stand up match and it's all about that. But
Yeah, all about striking. They would win that flat out.
but still a good team, a solid team. Somebody interesting goes, and also Michael came up with our next week's weekly royale, which I am very excited for. And I've actually been thinking about all day, and I almost had answers ready today, but I was going to hold back. And obviously, so next week we are going to do. We've got an idea for this, which is the 3 video game characters you would like to host the Game Will Play Itself podcast in our absence. So the 3 of us aren't here, and have to be replaced by a video game character. And he already gave us his picks, but we'll wait to hand those out for next week.
Yep, because I'm going to have to put mine in Discord.
Message.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, we're gonna drag Regis into this next week's show, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Do you think he'd do this on the spot
probably. We can let him know ahead of time too.
if he wants to? If not, I'd be thinking it's just as funny if we drag it. By the way, you're doing this now. Surprise. Yeah. So there we go. That's the draft. Your choice does matter. There's only one correct choice in this, and it's whichever one you choose because you're all awesome people and can totally make your own decisions.
And please as well, give us your ideas. We want your ideas for more of these drafts. We like doing them. They're pretty damn cool.
By the way, also, Mike, I should ask that you're in the chat. Do you want to limit this in any way?
Mm-hmm.
Like, limit it to a genre, limit it to types of characters, to a game series, to that, or do you just want to keep it wide open and have us do all video game characters? Like an age of games?
What was the challenge this week? For
which 3 video game characters would host The Game Won't Play Itself in our absence?
Okay, perfect.
So the 3 of us are absent. We have 3 video game characters replacing us. It's sad because I one of my picks would have been obviously the Gilbert Gottfried dog in the teacup, but he is a Tigwhippies character and not an actual video game character.
Yep.
No limits. Okay, there are no limits to this. We have the entire pantheon of all video game characters to choose from.
Fantastic. I know exactly who I'm doing.
Obviously, the Tigwhippies pantheon of characters would probably be Dave Nova, Teacup Dog.
Yep.
And who would be the third?
I'm thinking I've got a couple into my.
I'm just choosing the Tigwhippies characters that we've done. Actually,
Sean Daly.
Sean Daly. That's right, Sean Daly. So it'd be Sean Daly, Dave Nova, and Teacup Dog. Would be the
all of them are me. Oh no! Rub-a-dub-dub.
I thought I was Sean
Hurgleman.
Daly and you were Dave Nova, or was I Dave Nova and you were Sean Daly?
No, Sean Daly was my porn name.
That's right. Mine was Sneaky Shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sneaky Shotgun. Also, I'm going to add in the bonus pick because obviously we always have bonus things in there. Not part of the actual draft, but who would be the guest?
Ooh.
So the 3 people are the 3 picks. Then just as a bonus, who's the guest? There you go. Okay. Draft done. Nailed it. Done. 10 out of 10. Best draft ever. We've nailed it.
So, shall we go to what we've been playing?
Yeah.
Would you guys like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, cool.
Dota 2.
It's on behind us right here. Hi, Dota 2. Right
Hello,
there.
Dota.
Forgot about the... Yeah, Mike. It's very important about the guest. We won't put it in there. We'll be judged on the 3. But something tells me the quality of the guest is going to help. That's the bargaining chip. I look at it. There's always like the wheel and deal. And that's what the guest is going to be. All right. So, Dota 2 for Chris. I've been playing. Far Cry 5. I won't go into detail because watch the streams. It's 5. You also saw one of the most interesting parts as part of the opening. If you didn't, watch the streams. I also played Fortnite, and as a 4-man squad, got my first win.
Yay!
Yay!
That's fun.
And I got a kill, too. Which is also very impressive. I got a kill saving one of my teammates.
Oh, was they downed and then you just came around for the save?
No, he got ambushed, and then I shot, and I got the guy before he got knocked down. So, 10 out of 10 there. Like, that was my only kill, and then I pretty much just was, like, suppressing fire guy and flushing people out. So, it also helped that, like, where we landed is actually where the circle enclosed onto finally, so we were just able to fortify up and hunker down. But yeah, all 4. It's amazing what happens when you're on. All 4 of you are on mic, and talking, and doing call-outs.
It just makes that game so much easier in a way.
It is. It's a lot easier. Also, does anybody hear about the Ninja Challenge that he's doing? The Ninja's Vegas Challenge?
No.
Nope.
He's doing he's playing Fortnite in Vegas with I think it's a $50,000 prize goes to the winner, and he's playing against his fans.
Wow.
So you could win $50,000 by beating Ninja at Fortnite. I think that's what it is. I saw it on Forbes earlier today, but I didn't read it because I assumed we do have other news that we wouldn't have actually go into this. But I'll find it right now. But yeah, no, totally won Fortnite. Still will never play that game solo ever again.
That might be something we can do for Extra Life.
Yeah, we could play as a group, but I'm not playing that by myself.
No, it's fine. I mean, if you want to do it during the Extra Life during our bit, then definitely we can look at that. And there is also, a Rocket League tournament set up now on there that you can create tournaments. So I threw the challenge down. It's like, because a couple of years ago we had the Gamer Chatter versus a band of gamers on Extra Life.
Right.
How about a band of gamers versus Tick Whippy in Rocket League?
Fortnite.
Or in Fortnite.
I would say Fortnite because Fortnite is A, free. Right? Can you do private matches in Fortnite?
No.
Then it has to be Rocket League. Because Fortnite, I was going to say Fortnite is free.
But Rocket League is cross-play.
So is Fortnite.
Mm.
One of the guys on my team was playing on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
We were all making fun of him because we're like, how the fuck can you aim with a controller?
quite well. So, but yeah, so is that all you've been playing, matey?
Far Cry, Fortnite, Surviving Mars, which was off stream. Corby Town, I've been playing Tig Whippy's FC. I've been going through the first season of them in Football Manager just to kind of get through it because then we get into the Vanarama, which is like league football. So I'm kind of playing through the first lower tier. I haven't lost a game yet.
Nice.
Our lowest win was 2-0.
So what's your biggest win then?
17-0.
Jesus. Who are you playing?
I'm playing other league sides. I had them randomly generate players for us, and I'm not about to sell like just what we get, but we were. I had our before I took so we had our main striker on. He's a 16-year-old kid.
Yeah,
he scored 6. I pulled him off, put the backup striker in. He scored 6 in 15 minutes.
Bloody hell!
I was defensive. I was on contain. I was on like slow the tempo, don't short passes, don't go long. I basically telling him don't score, and they kept scoring.
It's like just hang back. No.
I pulled my top 3 players, and the backups did just as good and scored. I was just like at that point it's not me, because I pulled my best players. Like it's on.
What can you do?
It's on them. Like I put in like the shit guys, and I still won 17-0. And they're like, "Oh, you broke records. You broke records." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit." I would feel bad, but whatever. Just what else have I played? No Assassin's Creed's Origin. I didn't play any of that. Oh, I can hide your thing down there, Chris. Nice. So I can actually look at my screen. Yeah, that's actually been it. Mainly a lot of Far Cry 5. Which, my opinions on. You can see my gameplay. It's actually all on YouTube now, too. That's a thing.
That's a nice little series of so far. I mean, have you completed it yet?
No.
And are you going to be playing some more of it tonight after the show?
Maybe. It's either that, HOTS, or I'll just go to bed early because I have to wake up for work tomorrow.
So I'll actually probably be up later than you guys because I'm watching the Hall of Fame at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna be watching WWE. I'm trying to be a reasonable adult here and like go to bed at a reasonable time. Also, I may talk to Chris more about Fragged Empires if he has more questions for me. If not, that's fine.
Cool. So is that it? Is that what you played?
Yes.
Because mine sort of links into the trophy challenge. Because pretty much a lot of what I've been playing the past week has been to do with the trophy challenge. I mean, you've got Drive Club. I've been playing a shared load of that because that's part of the roadmap I have over the next few games to try and get towards that magical 10k and make Geo play a game that he like for an hour on stream. But apart from the usual stuff on stream, like leveling up my character in Kingdom Hearts for Sunday, which I still need to do this weekend. I platinumed to Lara Croft Go, which I actually quite enjoy as a mobile game that's come to the console. I actually thought, yeah, it's actually really good. Quite like it. The way the puzzles can be a little sort of taxing if you don't pay attention to it. But overall, yeah, fun little game. Good couple of hours work. But the big thing before I go on to the other two games I've been playing is last weekend, a friend of mine, Chris Slight, was over in the States. He went to a place, and I'm not sure if you guys know, it's called Meow Wolf. It's like this art center, but they were hosting a retro gaming tournament for Gallagher, the World Championships, the first time something like this has taken place. And they had a company build the old arcade machines, have it so it's authentic, joysticks and all buttons and the way it was set up, because they were going to go for also the world record as well. And they got some of the names who put their world records score there. And so they had a tournament, and the winner walked away with 10 grand. Now, while I was watching this, it's like I got the itch to try and do a score chase. Am I good enough to get a decent score on this? So, we're on PSN for a couple of quid. Take that game nicely. And so I started score chasing on it. About 75,000 is my best score, which, if you haven't played Gallagher before, it's a top-down, sort of like Space Invaders, but rather than them moving left to right, move down, we have the four bases behind you to cover behind. It's more sort of akin to like a Swiv, where the aliens come down towards you, sometimes off the sides, and in patterns you have to try and take them out. Now you can't have rapid fire in the game that I got on the PlayStation. You have to have it. It's like you can fire 2 shots, and they must either hit an enemy or leave the screen before you can fire again. And that's really retro arcade. I love it. Quite good. Fantastic. But the other 2 bits I want to talk about. Now this is relating to Michael as well, because Michael was talking to us in chat while I was playing Gallagher, and he mentioned that Formula One he was working through, and some of them had sort of easy trophies. I went looking down there Thursday night on the trophy profile page on the internet, and it's got like a log and a trophy advisor. So I was looking down the first few pages, and I saw a lot of like Formula One, and MotoGP 2014. So this morning, I just put my mind to it to go through it all. And the big thing between Formula One and the motorcycle racing, I suck balls at riding a motorcycle. I can never get the cornering right on this thing. Because you have to really shift your weight around when you're going at speed and sort of almost leaning over sideways because of gravity holding you up. It doesn't want to hold me up when it does that shit. I can tell you that much. So I just went through all of those, and it leads me now on to the trophy challenge of Geo and myself, because today I got about 38 trophies, which led to one of my best weeks in quite a while, and the second highest score, one of us this week, of 100 total trophies as well. which I thought was pretty damn good because now it leaves me down with 538 to go, which I've also wanted to do because of next week, because a lot of the time I can't be around, I can't be playing games because with hospital stuff, with friends coming over, we're going to the BAFTAs and rest. And so I won't have the time. So I thought I'd try and build up a buffer because I know the onslaught is coming from Gio. I know he's coming back at us because he passed another milestone himself. He's less than 2,000 trophies to go now. He's down to 1966, which is also the year that England won the Cup and the only time they did. So that's not only what I've been playing, but that's also to get the trophy challenge for this week. So Gio, you have at it, mate, and come after us to get that score and that gap down.
Looks like you got a week because Will's going to be busy and away.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it for me. Any shout-outs?
Hi, chat. You're awesome. Thank you. We love
Also,
you.
shout out to not only the chat, not only to the Tig Whippy patron saint, Kim, but Chris Light, who's getting married this week.
Ooh.
Bye, Chris.
Congratulations, Chris.
Bye, Chris.
Congrazzles.
How about yourself, Chris? You got any shout outs at all?
I'm going to give shout outs to Polo and Sam, to
Ulysses.
Ulysses. I couldn't remember which name she used for Twitch. To our dear friends over at 8-Bit Dojo with the Cosmic Gamers. And, just all of our other stream friends as well.
Yeah, I should say shout out to Krunkenstein for help for letting me get in on that Fortnite win. Because I would have never done it without them.
For now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I would just not have played with other people. Because I was going through all of our videos, the past videos that I have recorded for this and all the streams we do, because I record all the streams, and guess what? I got to relive and rewatch.
You got to relive Game Blast.
Yeah, that was that was depressing.
It was an experience, especially for someone who's sleep deprived watching it.
I look at it this way. In retrospect, I was entertaining. I imagine I had most of your chat on the edge of their seats the entire run through that game. And most of them, and the entire chat stayed, which is the other thing. I was expecting some people to drop off, but everybody stayed through that one. It was like one loss, and then that was the rest of the match. It was the rest of my time. Was that one match?
And he was just so close. It was just out that way.
If I went through the wall, he would have heard me, and he had a rocket launcher.
I know it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But it's like
I tried the sneaky approach. Obviously, that didn't work out. But it will never happen again because I will never play solos again. I'll play duos. I'll play squad. But I will not play a solo.
Of which we must set up sometime.
Yeah. I think now, if that's it, anybody else? Anything else for the good of the order?
Well, Michael Patson and the other people who have subscribed to the channel, including Reese's Wave and Tim.
Reese's Wave resubscribed. Actually, I think I could do something about that. Where is it? Bang. Where is it? Give me a second here. I have commands, quotes, timers, giveaway, strong title, strong request, sound fix, controller, notifications. That's still not events. A freaking great system. Like the one time I need you to show me the thing, and you're not showing me the thing. It's like queue, giveaway, extra life, extra quotes, timers. There's a spot where I used to be able to see this is the person that did this. Would you like to repeat it? And I would have been like, yes. And then they would. But I guess not. I can't repeat your thing. But thank you for resubscribing. It happened during a Far Cry stream, and like as we were opening it up, and I was just like, "Hey, that's the sound I made for that." And considering what Will's been playing, I think I found the song for us to go out on. We'll start pulling it up now.
Listen anyway.
No,
So we have...
YouTube, I will not listen.
So all we have left to say is really good night, and thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching and chatting with these two. Will see you next week. I will possibly be showing something on the Instagram page of TGWPIS, so have a look for that on Thursday. For now, it is good night.